All right, we're going to start a three-part series where in this episode we'll examine Evan Lazar's comments, which we'll get into soon. And then we will examine John Mayo's media, like, media problems, I should say, because it is horrible how he communicates with the media. And then lastly, we've got Bill Belichick's media. I've been kind of busy with school and I was planning to put more time into this and I will be putting more time into this. I'm gonna start making thumbnails tomorrow. Right now is Friday, so tomorrow Saturday I'm gonna start making thumbnails Saturday. Um, but yeah. So, if you did not see what Evan Lazar said, he mentioned the Patriots are teetering on immunity. Immunity? On mutiny. Mutiny. All right. Um, and if you don't know what that means, which I did not, because mutiny. An open rebellion against the proper authorities, especially by soldiers or sailors against their officers. So, how does that relate to the Patriots? Evan Lazar in that same quote said he was in the locker room when post game against the 49ers and they were close on immunity. A mutiny. Sorry, I keep yeah, all right. But point is that I don't see anything wrong with that. And soon after he kind of went on this rant or whatever, um, the Patriots deleted that podcast. And Savage, he's a like he talks about the Patriots. He like reports Patriots media or whatever. Yeah, he just talks about the Patriots on Twitter. He posted the clip and that gained some traction. But what gained real traction that caused New York Post, Bleacher Report to report on it, just there might be bigger ones, maybe CBS. Um, yeah, CBS, but you can't delete the podcast. That just shows you are kind of just controlling the media, and you can't be having that if you want to be a successful business. And if he said something truly, truly like hateful or mean, sure, take down the podcast. There's no problem in that. But he quite literally just said they were teetering on mutiny in that locker room. So I mean, I believe it because it seems pretty genuine. And you can't be controlling the narrative if you're the Patriots. Just like, yeah, you just can't be controlling the media like that. And I'm not the biggest fan of Evan Lazar, but that aside, like, you just can't, yeah, that is horrible. So then, I believe around 8 p.m. Eastern time, I want to say he went on Joe Murray's show and he clarified he kind of got an intense like debate with Alex Barth, which I don't believe one bit because yeah, that is that's false. He did yeah, you do not just say that and say he got an intense debate with Alex Barth and whatever it may be. So yeah, then the night goes on and this morning, Greg Hill was live, and he went over that. He mentioned like obviously he's a Patriots employee or whatever, but also the Patriots shouldn't be controlling free speech, is my pushback to Greg Hill's comments. And then Jelani Tavai was on there, and then I don't know, it just seemed like he was. You could hear in his voice he wants Drake May start. Maybe I'm maybe I am starring something, but it just seemed like he was laughing, and either he was laughing because they were trying to push him for an answer, or he genuinely believes it. Um, but yeah, I do not see Evan Lazar should not be in trouble for that. And he's not fired, I believe. But John Mayo did get asked about that today, and he says he has not heard about that, which is absolutely false. Yeah, just you can't. I don't know where the Patriots locker room sits at. He said him or Evan Lazar with Alex Barth on Joe Murray's show. Him and I can get into some pretty heated debates and arguments over things, even off the air sometimes, as we tend to do. I'll fully admit that I got a little carried away on the podcast. I'm sure you've been there, Joe, yourself. Just he in the moment. The word I used, mutiny. There's no mutiny in the Patriots locker room. Like I said, I got carried away and that was my bad. That's not what's going on. Which I wouldn't be surprised if they told him to start backtracking because we can all kind of see the BS in that. So it's just sad that the Patriots have to control the narrative because they need it all positive for what they're trying to build. Other than that, it, I mean, I think this guy named Displaced Bostonian on Twitter. I find him hilarious. Hold up. Bostonian. All right. Um, Let me see. It was like a company that's worth around like $10 billion dollars and being the Patriots kind of just made a problem worse by yeah, 10 billion overreacting to an in-house employee's throwaway line on a podcast no one listens to by scrubbing the audio after it's been released to create a larger problem. So, yeah, obviously Evan Lazar did nothing wrong. Jabril Peppers and I think Karen Grugians did this story. It might have been Massachusetts Live. I'll find it. I'll give them the credit. But um I believe Jabril Peppers had a comment today where he wanted to be named, or he wanted to make sure it was covered. Um, but they said the players basically said there's nothing going on. So, um, I believe it was Karen Gurgian. I don't even know who it was, but look for it on Twitter. And yeah, there's clearly a problem in there. We clearly know there's a problem in there. And you just gotta look at Elliot Wolf, you gotta look at John Mayo. I'm gonna get into John Mayo's media problem in a later episode later, either probably tomorrow or this might release Saturday morning. So I'll probably either drop it Sunday before the game or on Monday. So yeah. Uh Stay tuned for that. I'm gonna start making thumbnails. I'm gonna start actually like making this a little bit more professional. But Evan Lazar did nothing wrong, even though I'm not the biggest Evan Lazar fan, by the way. It just seems like yeah, I don't have to dog on him, but it just doesn't seem like he's got that. I don't know. It just seems like he's a bit timid sometimes. That might just be me. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but yes. Dolphins, Patriots, 1 p.m. at Gillette. Be there. And yeah, thanks for listening.